My name's John Barker, aka your grandma's favorite pitmaster, and today you're in the Skull and Mortar kitchen and we are going to make pork belly sliders. Let's go! First thing we're going to do here is we are going to make ourselves an injection. I got this sweet salad dressing thing here that I've never ever used, but I bought from the Goodwill for very cheap. So today's the day. Now I don't know that it necessarily matters how much apple juice you put in there, but we are going to put some apple juice in there. I'm going to fill this guy up about 1/3 of the way, maybe a little more. Seems about right to me. This is just a standard, like, kind of everyday recipe for pork injection. You can find it all over the internet. That apple juice is good, my dudes. Then we're going to take a little bit of soy sauce here. We're going to maybe try to put around a tablespoon in there. Again, we're just eyeballing. Do it however you want. You can look up exact measurements. And we're going to get a little Worcestershire. Damn it, Susan, how do you say it?
It's pronounced Worcestershire. Worcestershire. Worcestershire.
Excellent, thank you. We're going to put about another tablespoon in there as well. That looks about right. We're going to take this little guy. We're just going to pop this in here. Give it a little twist here. I don't really know how this thing works. Seems good enough to me. There you go. Perfectly mixed in our salad dressing mixer. Hot damn. Throw that off to the side because now it's time to get to our meat. So we have our pork belly here. It's been trimmed nicely on top. You can see we got a nice layer of fat. If you don't already know, this is where the bacon comes from. So it's literally the most succulent piece of meat that comes off the pig. If you cook this right, it literally is gonna blow the minds of everybody you make it for. It is so good, it's really not that hard. So let's get into it now. So we're gonna start fat side down, and we're gonna take out our sweet little injection we made here. Now, normally this injection will call for some seasonings, but we're gonna season the outside so liberally, and I'm really just not that concerned with it. We're just gonna pop this in here, and we're gonna go just until it starts coming back out, every inch or two, all around as much as possible. And again, you want it just until it starts coming out. Oh wow, that took a lot. Guys, much like Terry's mom, this is taking plenty of injection, and it's time for us to get to the rub down. So we're gonna flip this back over. We got some good moisture in here. I was gonna use mustard as a binder, but since we got injection all over this bad boy, I think really we're probably gonna be okay. So I'm just gonna go straight to the rub. And for that, we're gonna use some of that Skull and Mortar OG rub. And guys, it's just easy here. We just coat it heavy. Just get a heavy coat. You're not gonna hurt it. Pork is great in that regard, man. It can just really take all kinds of seasoning. And I like to get some extra rub on the top here just to get a nice bark. Guys, that's literally all the prep work it takes. I'm gonna let this sit for a second. I'm gonna let those juices come out and kind of really tie this rub down. In the meantime, I'm gonna hop over to my smoker. I'm gonna get mine going to 250 degrees, the Char Griller Gravity 980. I'm gonna throw some cherry wood in that bad boy, and we're gonna get to smoking, my friends. All right guys, so I just checked the pork belly. The pork belly is at around 175 degrees, so I think it's got around an hour to an hour and a half left. What I'm gonna do in the meantime is I'm gonna make that coleslaw, give it a little bit of time to macerate together and get real nasty, you know what I'm saying? That being said, I should have made this yesterday and let it sit overnight for maximum flavor. Guys, so this recipe of coleslaw that I'm using right now is just off the Killer Hogs website. Big up to Malcolm Reed, make sure you check it out. We're gonna take 1/2 cup of mayonnaise. Now you might ask yourself, why did you do it like that? I don't know. That was definitely a mistake because I meant to use this for the sugar, and obviously now I will not be putting it in the sugar, right? Then we're gonna grab our salt and we're gonna get 1 teaspoon of salt. Then we're gonna get some black pepper of the restaurant grind variety and we're gonna toss it in there too, another teaspoon. And for here, we're gonna get some whole celery seed. We're only gonna do about 1/2 teaspoon here, but I don't know, just kind of do it to your liking, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna pop in here and get a 1/4 cup of white sugar. Get a little fancy with our arm movement. And last but not least, we need a 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar. And from there, guys, it's time to mix it up. It's up to you how you do it. Use your hands, use something else, who knows? I'm just gonna use my hand. Guys, now I'm gonna throw this uncovered into the refrigerator and I'm gonna let it sit till the meat's done. If you're gonna leave it more than an hour, hour and a half, probably go ahead and cover it, but we're not gonna lose much crunch anyway, and we do kind of wanna soften it up some for these sandwiches. So into the cooler it goes. We'll see you guys when that pork belly is done. Guys, we are almost to the promised land. Let's take a look at this. So, you can see it's a little dark around here, but look at that cook. It's nice and jiggly. Guys, so now what we want to do is make sure that we firm up some bark, right? And we're going to do that by glazing it. Right now the probe's sliding in like butter. Now, let's layer them flavors. And to do that, we're going to use some Calavera de Mal, the honey barbecue sauce from skullandmortar.com. Make sure you grab that. Let's just freaking go, dude. Let's freaking go. That should be plenty there. Now we'll just kind of paint that across the sides, the back, all that. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. There we go, look at that. All right guys, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this back outside, put it back on the smoker at 250 degrees, should be somewhere around the 15-minute mark, and then finally, it'll be time to assemble these MF sandwiches. You feel me? All right, let's cut in here. Now, when you do this, you can cut it like bacon strips. You can cut it into chunks. I would do these on the truck and I just have big blocks of pork belly. And I know that a lot of people really like that. But let's get a thin cut here so we can kind of take a look at what we're working with. Look at that. Guys, but there is a way to level up this, right? We're gonna make some mother effing sliders. Buttered and torch toasted my buns. Let's get these sliders going, guys. We're just gonna slap a couple of pieces of big ass pork belly right on there. Look at that. Look at that, guys. Then we're gonna take that coleslaw we made earlier. We're just gonna plop that down on there. Look at that. Gosh, come on, dude. Look at it. You mean to tell me this doesn't look amazing? We're gonna go back over it with just a little saucy boy dribble right there. Just a little bit. We're not gonna get carried away because we wanna make sure that the meat shines through. Guys, we already know that this pork belly is delicious, but we got to get a bite of the slider. Look at that. A big ass hunk of the most succulent barbecue meat you'll ever have in your life. A delicious bun, some fire coleslaw. Dude. I gotta compose myself. This sandwich is everything that is good about barbecue. There's sweet, there's tender ass meat, there's barbecue flavors, there's crunch, There's everything, man. Flavor, texture, it looks good. Guys, if you learned something today, if you enjoyed yourself, if you were slightly entertained in the very least, then make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe. Let somebody know about it, share some videos, all that stuff is free. Skullandmortar.com has got the merch. We've got the recipes. Guys, come on. I'll see you guys next week. We're gonna ramp this back up to where we're doing a couple videos a week. So after we get you looking dope as possible in your Skull and Mortar t-shirt, we gotta get to the cooking. We might as well get that food tasting fly as possible with your Beach Bum Barbecue Rub, made exclusively by Skull and Mortar. It's award-winning. It's gonna take your food from the bottom to the top. And after we sauce you up, we might as well rub you up, my friends, with that Skull and Mortar rub. That's right, don't be a pervert. We're not talking about that kind of rub up, my friend. We're talking about the rub that you put on your meat. Again, come on, dude. Have some class. Put this on your chicken, your pork, your beef, your fish. It doesn't matter, you can put it on anything. If you can find something you can't put it on, shoot me a DM because you'll literally blow my own mind. Check it out now at skullandmortar.com.